Hello class, welcome to lesson 22 where we are going to learn how to calculate rate using distance and time. Now we are going to zoom into the top half of the page for you to copy that. And pause. Then the bottom half of the page for you to copy. So, typically, we talk about rate in terms of speed. Speed is a very common rate that we see. Some of the common ones are, probably most common is miles per hour. Or if you are in Europe or any other part of the world other than America, most cars are measured in kilometers per hour. A lot of times if we're talking about track and field or football or sports, we go in either like yards per second or most of the time meters per second, feet per second. If you guys have any airsoft guns at home, a lot of times on the box, it'll tell you how fast the little BBs go from your airsoft gun using FPS, feet per second. So if any of you guys have that, go check out your airsoft gun box, and it will tell you feet per second. So anyway, all of those refer to something's speed, and that is what we're going to be looking at today, how to calculate rate in terms of speed using two very important units, distance and time. But first, let's take a look. Our question is, how can I find the rate when I know the distance and the time? I want to know how fast something goes, which is the rate, if I know how far it went and the time it took to go there. So, we perform this task. All you have to do is use the formula rate equals distance divided by time. And that's kind of hard to piece together using words, so this here is what we have as our simple formula, where the R equals rate, the D equals distance, and the T equals time. It's pretty simple. Let's take a look down here at our first example. Eric can run 750 feet in 25 seconds. At what rate can he run? So if we are using this formula here, rate equals distance times distance divided by time, let's do that. We have, I'll kind of still be able to see it. We have R, which is what we're looking for, rate equals distance, which is 750 feet. 750 feet divided by this 25 seconds. Okay, so what you could easily do is just come out here to the side where you've got some free space, put 750 in the house and divide it by 25, and we know that 25 goes into 7, never. 25 goes into 75 3 times, because 25 times 3 is 75. So we have 0, bring down this 0, 25 goes into 0 times, and we have a remainder of 0, so we know it's done. So this is 30, but again, sometimes it's hard to remember what our units are if we just do this division problem here. The units can sometimes be a mystery to us. So what I recommend, the best way to do this, get rid of all this stuff, and go back to what we're used to been doing, writing the rate, setting it equal to a denominator of 1, and figuring it out from there. So remember, step 1, write the ratio. It's really simple. It doesn't add that much time to your problem. So we have step 1, write the ratio, 750 feet to 25 seconds. All right, let's give ourselves a little bit more room right here. That was step 1. Step 2 is we write the goal, what we're trying to get to. We're trying to get to 1 second, and that's going to say, well, how many feet is that? All right, in order to get from 25 to 1, we know that we have to divide by 25. If we do it to the bottom, we got to do it to the top. So here we have 750 feet divided by 25. We just said we know that 750 divided by 25 is 30. So we'll get rid of this question mark here. Not very good with the eraser, but 750 divided by 25 is 30 feet. So we can read this as 30 feet. And then if you remember our what we call this fraction bar, 30 feet per, and then we have our 1 second. And since it's 1, you don't really have to say 1. You can just say 30 feet per second. All right. You can write that a couple different ways. You can write it like we just did there, or you could write it 30 feet per second, FPS, or you could write it 30 feet, and you could do your little dash bar per second, or a little fraction bar there. So any of those options will work. But we do it the same way that we have been doing. We do step 1, which is write your ratio. Step 2, write the goal. And step 3, figure out how to get to your goal. We got 30 feet. So we come back over here to our notes. We see that Eric can run 30 feet per second. We do 750 divided by 25 gives you 30 feet per second. Now, your work is very similar to that problem we just did. If Larry Fitzgerald runs 30 yards in 16 seconds, what is his rate? So your answer should be in yards per second. Good luck. I will be looking at that first thing tomorrow.